Where are you, mate? Ah! He's a nice size. He's not massive. He's a good eating size.
Oh my God.
GoPro, start recording.
No, don't.
No.
Oi, leave him alone. Oi.
Oh wait, he's right there on the bank.
On July 1st, 2021, within the Blue Ridge Mountains, Heidi of the YouTube channel Lil Red Heidi Hood started her first river kayaking outing. Her channel normally features calm outdoor routines, yet this run felt unusual from the outset. Fast water ahead, shifting currents, and something along the riverbank she expected.
Good morning, guys. I did not get much sleep last night because I am so excited. I'm doing something for the first time. I'm going kayaking. I've never been kayaking down a river before.
Didn't get buoyant.
The water is super clear.
It is intimidating.
Are you scared?
No.
I am.
But wait till you see it. You're gonna be like, oh, all of that. All that noise for this 6 inches of water.
Oh my gosh, we're getting back in?
Yeah.
Everything's going pretty smooth so far, except for the fact that, I don't know if you can hear in the background, but there is a huge rapid set right up here. I've only been in the kayak for like 30 minutes, so I'm gonna have to learn pretty quickly here how to manage rapid set number 2. There is the rapid set. I'm scared.
She entered the river and approached the first rapid, the current tightening beneath her kayak. It was her first time managing moving water, and the pull felt stronger than she expected. She cleared it, but the uneasy silence that followed suggested the river wasn't finished with her yet. The second rapid rose quickly, a bigger, sharper drop that forced her kayak into a line she struggled to keep. She made it through, shaken yet upright, aware now of how easily the current might have taken control. Downstream, the calm felt thin, as if waiting for something else to break it.
Right here, next to it, but he didn't come up very high. I just saw like his back and his, I guess one of his fins. It was like yellowish green. We just spotted a group of 3 otters swimming happily over there. So yeah, we've got some competition, some predators in the water. There's the bear running from the train. It's way over there. Right, running along the bank, headed straight for us. Yeah, I think we should go.
Oh, there he is.
He's coming. Okay, so there's a railroad track right up there. And I'm pretty sure they're just hanging out. Oh wait, he's right there on the bank. There he is.
Then she noticed movement along the bank, a black bear running parallel with her kayak, keeping pace as she drifted downstream. It stayed beside her longer than she expected, before finally dropping back, leaving her with the quiet that comes only after danger is past. Viewers pointed out how unstable her kayak appeared at the second rapid, and how quickly the bear closed distance. Some questioned whether her lack of river experience made the encounter riskier than it seemed, turning simple moments into something far less predictable. If this was her first time on fast water, one question remains. What set the bear in motion that day? And how close did she come to a very different ending just outside the frame? On May 28, 2022, in the cold waters of San Francisco Bay, Kara and Nate, the creators behind the travel-focused YouTube channel Kara and Nate, set out to attempt a swim many people fear to even imagine. Their videos usually document global challenges, but this one forced Nate to face his deepest fear: dark, open water, stretching from Alcatraz to shore.
Swimming in deep, dark, murky water and having no clue what was swimming around me has been my biggest phobia. So today, I am facing my biggest fear and undertaking one of the hardest physical challenges of my entire life as Kara and I attempt to swim 1.5 miles in cold, open water from the infamous Alcatraz prison to the shores of San Francisco. We've come down to the marina that's just on the other side of the Golden Gate Bridge to meet up with Brian, who is gonna be the pilot of the boat that is gonna make sure that we don't drown today. We're doing this under the supervision of professionals.
So if you look over here, those three buildings combined are called Fort Mason. That's going to be our first sighting location. Pick one of the three of them. It doesn't matter which one. I just want you to swim toward them. Water temperature right now is 53 degrees. Air temperature is about 52.
It's cold! I'm alive! Have fun!
Fort Mason!
Here we go! See you on the beach! We'll see you there! When we first jumped in the water, we were running on pure adrenaline. The combination of my heart beating 1,000 miles per hour and the cold water made it almost impossible to catch my breath.
I had thought the cold would be the hardest part of this swim for me. Turns out it was the least of my problems. I began to panic because I could not catch my breath.
Not to mention, it was pretty much the first time we had ever swam in open water. Having never done anything like this before, it felt a bit like being in a washing machine.
I just crawled my first wrinkle of water. What are we doing? I just working on controlling my breathing.
Keep swimming. You got this. 5 strokes. Give me 5. 5 breaststroke. Keep the freestyle going.
They reached the starting point near Alcatraz and entered the bay, the cold striking instantly. Nate struggled to steady his breathing as the shock set in, forcing himself to keep moving while panic crept closer. Kara stayed beside him as he fought to remain focused. With every stroke, the bay seemed to widen, suggesting the most difficult stretch still lay ahead.
Once we reached the halfway point, I felt like I was finally hitting a bit of a groove. My heart rate started to slow down, and I finally felt like I had a little bit of control. And that was the first time during the entire swim that I thought about sharks. My eyes started wandering down into the deep, murky water beneath me, and I promise I started seeing shadows. I can't remember what snapped me out of it. It was probably swallowing some more water, something like that, but I knew I could not let my mind wander back there again.
I see the beach, let's go!
At this point, I finally felt like I was in a bit of a rhythm, but then I realized just how cold my body had gotten. It felt like we had been in the water forever.
Keep driving into that beach.
I had no idea how long it had actually been, but I knew I wasn't getting any warmer, and the beach still felt so far away.
Farther from the island, their rhythm shifted. Nate slowly regained control after reaching the midpoint, managing longer strokes as his heart rate settled. Still, the sight of the dark water below revived every concern he carried into the challenge. Kara faced her own struggle, realizing how little distance she appeared to gain despite constant effort. Both pushed on through the cold, unsure how much more the bay would demand.
We were told that if we took too long to get across, we'd be forced to get back in the boat due to a risk of hypothermia.
We posted our potential finishing location on Instagram. We didn't know if anyone would actually show up, but I cannot tell you how much we needed every single one of those cheers as we neared the end of the swim.
You did so good!
As the shoreline drew closer, exhaustion set in and the cold felt heavier. Then cheers rose from the beach, voices urging them through the final stretch. Step by step, They emerged from the water, faces numb and bodies shaking, the challenge finally over. Relief mixed with disbelief as they stood on the sand, knowing they had completed the swim they feared most. Viewers noted how intense the swim truly was, especially in water that cold and currents that strong. Many pointed out that their safety support and preparation made the attempt possible, raising questions about how unprepared swimmers might fare in the same conditions. With dark water beneath them and shifting currents all around, some wondered what moved below the surface as they passed. In a place known for uncertainty, how close did they come to challenges the camera never revealed? On November 29th, 2025, deep within the mudflats and mangrove channels of Australia, Nick Fry, known for his raw catch-and-cook expeditions, set out on another 2-day hunt. But the quiet of the mangroves felt sharper than usual. Every hole concealed something unseen, and the only tool he relied on was his bare hand.
Well, we made it back out into the mangroves. The sun's slowly setting. We've only got a couple hours left out here, and we need 2 of these giant mud crabs. Let's get going, Vixie. It's an awesome place to find crabs. You often overlook them, sitting up in amongst the mangrove roots here. All the best crabs I've found over the years tend to be right up these streams, as far up as you can go. Big males, which is exactly what we're looking for. All right, so that is a big mud crab hole. As you can see, it's way bigger than my hand. In other states of Australia, you can actually put a hook down and pull them out that way, but here, it's illegal. So what I like to do is I bring just a piece of a hand spear, and I don't hook them, I just put them in to feel if they're in there. Okay. So that we're hearing right there, it's literally, wow, he's not far in. We're not allowed to use that to grab the mud crabs, but we're allowed to use our bare hands. So he's not very far in there, so fingers crossed. Holy crap. I almost just lost my finger. Woo! It's like I can almost see him. Where are you, mate? Ah! Oh, release, 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 release. Oh my goodness. He's a big solid buck and he just grabbed me and he's detached his claw, which is a defense mechanism they do, obviously when they feel threatened. Let's get the other half of this bugger. Oh my God, he's gonna get me again. Oh, that's his claw, that's his claw. Oh, buddy. We got him, look at him there. Not bad. This is looking so good for crabs here. Kinda don't want to put my hand down any more holes right now. I've got a crab here. Just don't want to take his... Guys, that's a big crab. That is a really good crab. It's like a bigger crab than we caught just before, but I don't know if you can see me pressing there. See how it's soft? Pokes in a bit. So basically, he's going through the molting stage. These crabs, they grow so quick. They can double in size in a few months. So I like to put these guys back because I know they're growing. So I'll put him back there. You can see he's had a battle with another crab. Oh, let's go that way, buddy. This hole just goes on, and there's no doubt a giant crab sitting at the back of that. But my arm's only as long as this, so we're not gonna get him today. Not what I was expecting to find. What happened here? Well, the outboard's gone and there's nothing in it, so I'm assuming it's been dumped. Yeah, it's pretty interesting. It's a cool little boat. Perfect for setting pots out here. I'll grab the Rego just in case someone's actually lost it. There's been a few big storms recently, and maybe it's just a little tender boat that snapped from the mooring and washed up in here.
The first crab hole gave no warning. Nick slid his hand into the dark opening as he had since childhood, following regulations that prohibited any tools. Seconds later, a crushing grip locked onto his index finger. His shout shattered the silence as he yanked his hand back, a massive claw coming out with it. After a few breaths, he forced his hand back into the same hole and pulled the crab free, confirming it was legal, despite the sting still pulsing through his finger. But the mangroves were not finished waiting beneath the mud.
What the hell was that? There's a crab moving just here. I don't know if there's a hole. Oh, look at that. Oh man, he's quick too. He's held up under this log. Okay. What's happening right there is he is in the middle of intercourse, pretty much. That's why he's so angry. Oh, okay, this fella right here has likely been in a fight. Something's happened in the last tide. I'd say he's had a big battle with another angry male. He's missing multiple legs. We're not gonna take this guy. I always feel bad for the males that have been in battle, so I'll put him down. Oh, I'm getting tired and sore. Look at this tide, it's coming up. We've spotted a big juicy monster mud crab. All right, I can get him out. Oh, he's waking up now. Look at that, we got him. How am I gonna get him out of here? Oh no, he's hanging on again. Oh mate, he's heavy. He's definitely heavy. Oh, this is getting ridiculous. Oh, look at that. This is a big crab. Look at that, that's what we've been chasing. The big monster muddy. He's perfect size. That tide is pumping in. I don't know if you can see, but it's filling up. We're gonna be swimming home if we don't get going now, so.
Day 2 brought higher water and tighter limits. As the tide rushed through the mangrove roots, he spotted a second giant crab wedged beneath a collapsing bank. With the water rising fast, he moved quickly, reaching in and dragging the crab out before the hole vanished under the tide. It was the largest catch of the trip, taken in the final moments before the path behind him began to flood. Back on higher ground, he cooked both crabs into thick, golden cakes, his wrapped finger serving as a reminder of the cost behind each catch. Viewers questioned the danger of reaching barehanded into holes where a single clamp caused real injury, especially as the tide closed in around him. Many noted that timing mattered as much as strength. One pause, and the second crab could have disappeared underwater. If 2 crabs were hidden in the first holes he checked, how many larger ones waited deeper in the mangroves, out of sight, beneath water that rises faster than anyone expects? This footage was recorded in Swansea, Australia, where 2 friends were fishing during what they believed would be a quiet night.
Oi, what the fuck is your problem?
Huh?
What's going on? Are you alright?
You wanna have a go?
That sense of calm vanished without warning when a stranger began throwing someone's fishing equipment into the water, triggering an unprovoked act of violence. The camera caught the moment one of the fishermen was attacked, while the person filming narrowly avoided being targeted as the aggressor redirected his actions toward an elderly man nearby.
Oi! Oi! Leave him alone, mate!
Stop! Oi, call the cops.
Oi, leave him alone, bro! Oi, leave him alone! Oi, leave him alone, mate! Bro,
Hey.
leave him... Oi, leave him alone! Oi, stop it! Oi, stop!
Only after realizing he was being recorded did the attacker stop and flee into the darkness.
Huh? Just go off the way you go. Go off!
Stop! What's wrong with him?
Did you record it?
Yeah, I did, the whole thing.
Bro, you full.
Are you alright, man?
You okay? Is he okay?
What's wrong with them? You okay, bro?
Yeah, I'm fine.
The fisherman assisted the victim, contacted authorities, and later shared the video online, where viewers quickly identified the suspect as Zach Main. He was subsequently taken to a police station and charged. The incident highlighted how suddenly danger can emerge in public places, and how critical video evidence can be when violence occurs without warning. It also leaves a lingering question. How many similar encounters go unresolved simply because no one was recording when everything went wrong? Jason and the team from Motor City Magnet Fishers were working beneath the Tyreman Bridge, pulling up the usual assortment of discarded metal, street signs, brake components, even an old revolver. It seemed like another routine day of magnet fishing until one of Jason's casts brought up something completely unexpected. Caught in the line was a tangled mass that was difficult to identify at first.
Oh my God!
GoPro, start recording.
No, don't.
No.
Cal, come here.
I don't think it's anything. Don't record.
It's either a dog or it's a person, dude.
No, it's
That's a rib cage right there, right?
Rib cage, yep.
All right. I hope it's a deer, but it's wrapped in a chain, Van. All right. Get everybody off this side of the bridge.
Somebody to go on that side of the bridge, please.
Not a person.
I hope it's a dog, dude.
It'd be a really big
Oh, it stinks horribly bad. Either way,
That looks like a deer.
What'd you side's fur?
what?
Backside's fur. You can see the fur right there. So it's a dog or a deer.
Looks like it was in a bag too.
Here. It's a dog. I can see the jaw now.
Yeah.
What do we do about that? Animal control ain't gonna come out for that.
There's not much they're gonna do. I mean, you can literally pull the chain off, go back in the water with it, or
You have to pull it to shore and get it out of there.
Hey Sally, it's Jason. Hey, we moved over to Tireman. I've got a dog's body stuck to my magnet. I didn't know who we should call. Should we call police? It's got a chain wrapped around its collar. Somebody threw it in and drowned it. Okay, if you could do that, that'd be great. We're gonna try to drag it over to the shore. It's mostly bones, but it smells horrible. All right, thank you.
As it was drawn closer, the shape of a rib cage became visible, along with a heavy chain wrapped around a collar. What they had recovered were the remains of a dog that had been weighted down and dumped into the water. The odor was overwhelming, and the condition of the body suggested it had been submerged for a long time. Unsure who to contact, Jason reached out to a local responder who arranged for the proper authorities to retrieve the remains.
just let it kind of float out so you can go right around it.
You want to see if you can go down there and we'll drift a rope to you?
My siding's too heavy. Let's just pull it straight down. Somebody might want to catch the other half of that chain.
The chain probably has concrete on it.
Something.
Want to grab a hook?
Let's see how it rolls. Let's hold together. I don't really want to bring it up any further.
Yeah. There's no way to get the Poseidon back without pulling it up, though.
Oh, it's. Oh. Roadwork sign.
Construction sign.
Down, so I got some heavy duty ivy.
It's been there a while. It's old looking.
Oh, that looks like an old revolver. It is an old revolver. That's a big one. Too. Oh, geez.
yeah, a big muffle.
Oh. That is, that's an oldie.
It's awesome.
It's an oldie, but a goodie. Oh, jeez.
It's like, put me back in.
Cylinders. Nope, cylinder's not popped. Wow, that is a
That's huge.
big freaking gun. Holy cow.
That's awesome.
The cylinders I see are empty. I want to look straight down the barrel. That might be a 357. Awesome.
Good job.
The crew removed the chain, guided the body toward the shoreline, and cleared the area so animal control could take over. What started as a casual search for lost metal had abruptly turned grim, a discovery that pointed not to an accident, but to intent. The chain secured to the collar suggested deliberate harm, raising unsettling questions about what had happened beneath that bridge. And as the team packed up, one thought remained. If someone was willing to dispose of an animal this way, what else might be hidden below the surface? And how many similar discoveries had gone unnoticed in those dark waters? In the early morning, Olmenberg reached a remote Australian reef break, expecting a flawless surf session. He had driven more than 90 minutes to access the powerful, notoriously shallow slab, a wave that demanded experience, caution, and ideally another surfer in the water. Conditions looked ideal around 8 a.m., with clean faces and steady offshore winds, but the empty shoreline was a warning he chose to overlook.
Well, looks like I'm out here on my own. I didn't even realise our mate went in. It's sketchy as out here on your own. I'll
I'll grab one more, go in. Anyway, it's a beautiful day. Ooh. I turn a little bit weird. It's the shape of the wave went all weird, very strange. But that was a hell of a lot of fun. This is not the type of wave I want to be out here on my own. If there was a few more guys out charging, I would stay out, but I've been out here once, but it wasn't any good. But this time, it was quite good. But what I find with a lot of these styles of reef breaks, they're only good for a very short period. And as soon as this thing gets low out here, it's impossible to ride. Low tides at about 11:30. I think it's around about 9 now. I noticed that there was a lot more rocks that were visible, and no thanks. Anyway, I ticked this off my bucket list, so I finally surfed it properly. You know, had a good surf. There's rocks everywhere.
Another surfer appeared briefly, offering a moment of hope for company, but no one paddled out. Determined to finally surf the wave properly, he entered the lineup alone. At first, everything went smoothly, with strong, clean rides that matched his expectations. Then, the tide began to drop, exposing more reef and making the break increasingly unpredictable.
Oh man, just got smashed on those rocks. That was fun, up until the paddle in. Oh shit. Oh man. I don't know whether it's old age or just stupidity, but combination of both. Oh dear, oh dear. Yeah. Well done. So I paddled out through there about an hour or so ago, and it was it was all right. Coming back in, it was a lot lower. Boy, oh boy, I feel broken. Anyway, that was a good morning. I enjoyed that. I better strip off.
While attempting to paddle back in, he was slammed onto the reef, dragged across sharp rock, and left with painful cuts on his hands and knees. The ride itself had been exhilarating, but the exit was a harsh reminder of the risks he had underestimated. After making it back to his van, he drove home to clean his wounds and face the reality of what could have happened. The wave would still be there, breaking over the same shallow reef, but the experience reinforced a simple truth. Some breaks aren't meant to be surfed alone, no matter how perfect they appear from shore, raising the question of how many close calls go unspoken by those who test the ocean's limits without backup. That's it for tonight. Which moment creeped you out the most? Drop it in the comments. Have your own story? Share it with us, and stay tuned. The next one is even darker.